generally, oh, that's good. Okay. Very good. I'm glad. But welcome.
Thank you.
Cheatham. Okay. And Christina. Hello, Christina. Christina, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Yes.
Are you good?
Fine, and you?
Yeah,
yes.
Very good. Thank you. So where do you live? Where do you live?
I live in Madrid, in Spain. I live in Madrid. Yes.
Madrileña. Okay. So, what work do you do, Christina? What's your job?
Excuse me?
What work do you do?
Yes. I work in an office.
Right.
I'm office worker.
An office worker. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you enjoy your work?
Yes. I'm happy with my job. Yes.
Fantastic.
It's funny.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Okay. And Trum, how about you, Trum?
Yes, hello, teacher.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Yes.
Good. So Trum, where do you live and what do you do?
Now I live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and I work in logistics.
Logistics.
Yes.
Logistics. And do you enjoy your job?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Gosh, that's for people who enjoy their jobs. I enjoy my job too.
Yes.
So, that's brilliant. Okay. And Trum, it's nighttime for you now, is it? It's evening.
No, it's a beginning of it's 6 p.m. in Vietnam.
So have you finished work now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So relaxing. Okay, brilliant. Okay, well, let me start with you, Trum. I'll introduce myself first of all. My name is Ade. I used to live in England, but now I live in Spain. So there we go, Christina. We're in the same country, and I've been living in Spain for 3 years. I live in southern Spain, Andalusia.
Yes.
Where?
In Orgiva.
Orgiva. I know Orgiva. Near Lanjarón.
Yes, very near Lanjarón. Yeah. Okay. Well, next time you're in Lanjarón or Orgiva, give me a call.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where I live. It's absolutely beautiful here. That's why I live here. So today we're going to practice talking about cross-cultural training. What it means really is how things are different. In America, if you do something, it could be rude. In some countries, it could be okay. In Spain, when people meet each other, they kiss each other on the cheek. In England, you shake hands. That's how you greet each other. You shake hands. If I start with you, Trum, in Vietnam, how do people say hello? Do they kiss each other? Do they shake hands? Do they pat each other on the back? What do they do?
Yeah, I think in Vietnam we're not kissing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not coming then. They're kissing. I'm not.
And in Vietnam we just if for business we usually do shake hand together, and it's the normal people and they just say hi. In Vietnam like xin chào and they smile together. Yes, and some people with a friend for a long time and maybe they laugh the shoulder like you do. Yes.
Okay. So shaking hands and smiling.
Yes.
Okay. Because when I was in Japan, people bow. You know, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Thailand, they keep their hand in before and sawadee in Thailand. Yeah, it's very impressive.
Ah, okay. Okay, brilliant. Thank you, Trum. And Chidum, how about in Turkey? How do people greet each other?
And we just met, and we don't know before. We just shake hands and smile. And we love each other. We kiss 2 times cheeks.
Kiss 2 times, right? So this is men and women and women and women kiss. If you know each other's kiss on the cheek.
Yes, I prefer men, but
okay, all right. Well, I'm in Turkey then. That's what I'm going to go. Okay. So handshake or kiss. All right. Okay. Thank you, Chidum. Okay. And Christina, because I live in Spain, I think you. In Spain, it's kiss, isn't it? You know.
Yes, in Spain it's kiss, 2 kisses.
Yeah.
But if you are in a work, you shake the hands. Yeah.
Right. So no kissing at work.
Yeah, it's more professional. Shake the hand in the environment work, but in your family, with your friends, always 2 kisses.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, thank you, Christina. Because I know in the Netherlands it's 3 kisses in the Netherlands. And Tran, we were Francis. How many in France?
3 kisses.
3 kisses.
Like yeah.
Okay. Yes. So you got a big family. It must take about an hour to get around everyone. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Just so hello. How about you, Tran? How do you greet your friends? How do you say hello to your friends?
In Vietnam, if we say hello to our friends, we just smiling or we shake our head to show that we greet someone.
Okay. Like this. How do you shake your head? Because I know in India, if you want to say yes, you do this, like this.
Not
this.
Not head, not shake head.
Oh, shake hands.
No. Your head will be in forward, not in head.
Okay.
Not your head like it not shake head, but
don't shake head. Okay.
Not in head.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tram, as long as I smile, and hopefully that will be okay. Just smile. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to play some audio, and then we're going to do some comprehension. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. It's quite a big bit of audio, and I'm going to get you to all do a bit of reading, and we'll listen to pronunciation as well, where you pronounce the words. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Right, and okay. Let's go with this. Jidum, can you just read this bit at the top, please, for me?
Cross-cultural nonverbal communication gestures.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to play this now. Like how gestures are different in other countries. In some countries, you can do one thing, it'll be fine. In other countries, you do the same thing, and someone will hit you very hard. So you have to be very careful that you know what you're doing when you visit another country. So I'm going to play this now.
Gestures vary widely across cultures in how they are used and what they mean. A common example is pointing. In the United States, pointing is the gesture of a finger or hand to indicate, or come here please when beckoning a dog. But pointing with one finger is also considered to be rude by some cultures. Those from Asian cultures typically use their entire hand to point to something. Other examples include sticking your tongue out. In Western countries, it can be seen as mockery, but in Polynesia, it serves as a greeting and a sign of reverence. Handshakes, when two people grip each other's hand and while moving them in an up and down motion, are a common way to greet someone in most Anglophone countries, whereas many Europeans greet each other with kisses on the cheek. In some cultures, gaze and eye contact can be seen as a sign of respect. In Western culture, eye contact is interpreted as attentiveness and honesty. In Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern, and Native American cultures, eye contact is thought to be disrespectful or rude, and lack of eye contact does not mean that a person is not paying attention. Differences in nodding and shaking the head to indicate agreement and disagreement also exist. Northern Europeans nod their heads, swinging it up and down to say yes, and shaking their head from side to side, they know. But the Greeks have for at least 3,000 years used the upward nod for disagreement and the downward nod for agreement. Some cultures lend yawning spiritual significance. An open mouth has been associated with letting good immaterial things, such as the soul, escape, or letting bad ones, evil spirits, enter, and yawning may have been thought to increase these risks. Yawning is often perceived as implying boredom, and yawning conspicuously in another's presence has historically been a faux pas. If you're ever unsure if a gesture may be seen as inappropriate, don't hesitate to ask someone. It can lead to interesting cross-cultural dialogues and lead to increased mutual understanding.
Very interesting how things are different in other countries. So now we're going to look at this for comprehension. Idum, could you read from here to there, please? And then we'll look at it for comprehension.
Gestures vary widely across cultures in how they are used and what they mean. A common example is pointing. In the United States, pointing is the gesture of a finger or hand to indicate or come here please when beckoning a dog. But pointing with one finger is also considered to be rude by some cultures. Those from Asian cultures typically use their entire hand to point to something.
Okay, well done. And just this word again, please, Chidum, this word here.
Right. Typically or typically?
Typically.
Typically.
Yeah. Typically. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so what does that mean? Vary. Gestures vary.
Vary, differ.
Yeah.
Or
brilliant.
Change.
Yeah. Indicate.
Indicate, show or give a sign.
Okay. Beckoning.
Show with hand.
Beckoning a dog. Calling a dog.
Come with hand.
Yes, if you're calling a dog beckoning. Rude.
Rude means not polite.
Yes. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Okay, well done. So, Christina, I'm going to get you to read up to here, please.
Other examples include sticking your tongue out. In Western countries, it can be seen as a mockery, but Polynesia, it serves as greeting and a sign of reverence. Handshakes, when two people grip each other's hands and while moving, then in an up and down motion, a common way to greet someone in most Anglophone countries. Whereas many Europeans greet each other with kisses on the cheek.
On the Greek?
No.
Yeah. Okay, on the cheek. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so let's go other examples. Look at this for pronunciation. Let's just go through a few words first. Can you pronounce this word for me, please, Christina? Examples. Don't forget it's like eggs. Examples.
Examples.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Include. Can you read this bit here?
Sticking.
Sticking, yeah. And what's tongue?
Tongue, like language?
No. Tongue is in your mouth. It's your tongue.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Okay, because I know in Spanish, in English, you can also say tongue for language also, but that's in Old English. In Old English, you'll say, what tongue do you speak? But now you would say, what language do you speak? So tongue is in your mouth.
Your mouth, yeah.
Yeah. So in Western, it can be seen as, what's this word here? Can you say this word and then tell me what it means?
Mockery.
Mockery, yeah. What do you think mockery means?
Ridicule.
Yeah, if you're teasing someone, if you're running, when you're a child, you're running, someone is running after you, you've taken something and you stick your tongue out at them. Yeah, no, you can't catch me. This is mockery. You're mocking someone. Mockery. And how do you pronounce this?
Polynesia.
Polynesia. Polynesia. So here the E is E. Polynesia. Polynesia. It serves as a greeting and a sign of how do you pronounce this word? Reverence. Brilliant. Okay. Handshakes. When two people grip. What do they mean when two people grip each other's hand? What's grip?
When you take your hand.
If you hold. It's another way of saying hold. When two people hold, but it's hold in a strong way.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. While moving them up and down. And what's this word? Can you pronounce this word? Can you say this word for me, please? Motion. Yeah. And greet. What does greet mean?
Greet is when you say hello.
Okay, fantastic. Hey, here's a word. Anglophone. Yeah, what's anglophone? And it's got nothing to do with a mobile. Nothing to do with a cell phone. So what's an anglophone?
Anglophone. Okay.
In most anglophone countries, if you look at the sentence, are a common way to greet someone in most anglophone countries. Well, so if they're talking about anglophone country, what do you think Anglo means?
With Anglonese.
Anglonese? No, you'd say Anglo is English.
Yeah.
So it's debating there. So in most English-speaking countries, this is what people do: shake hands. Okay, well done. So Fran, going to go to you next. I'd like you to read. I'm just going to scroll up. Okay. I'm going to get you to read this up to here. Let's go to there because we're running out of time. So I'll get you to read this bit, please, Fran.
In some cultures, gaze and eye contact can be seen as a sign respect. In Western culture, eye contact is interpreted as attentiveness and honesty. In Hispanic, Asian, Middle Eastern, and Native American cultures, eye contact is thought to be disrespectful or rude, and lack of eye contact does not mean that a person is not paying attention. Differences in nodding and shaking the head to indicate agreement and disagreement also exist. Northern European nod their heads, bringing it up and down to say yes, and shaking their head from side to side to say no. But the Buddhists have for at least 3,000 years used the upward nod for disagreement and the downward nod for agreement.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so let's just go through this quickly. Nodding. What's nodding? What's nodding, Tran?
Nodding means shake head down.
Yeah, shake
Shake
head.
head down, up and down.
Yep. Agreement. Agreement.
Agreement is mean agree with somebody idea.
Yeah.
Say yes to somebody idea.
Yeah, if you make an agreement. And swinging it up and down.
Streaming is mean shake head. Streaming it means shake the hands up and down.
Yeah, movement. Okay. Okay, thank you. So I'm going to go to Trum now, and I'm going to get you to read this, Trum.
Yes.
Go read this one now, Trum, all the way to the end, please.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Some culture yawning. Yawning is by nature
Spiritual.
spiritual significance.
Significance, yeah.
Yes. An open mouth has been associated with associated with letting goods immaterial things such as the soul.
Yeah.
Escape letting back one's evil spirits.
Yeah.
Enter and yawning may have been through to enrich thought
Yeah.
to enrich these risk. Yawning is often perceived,
yeah.
Implying
Yeah.
Implying the bottom, and yawning
conspicuously
in
you should have read at the beginning, shouldn't you? You get the hardest bit,
conspicuously in another reasons has historically has been faux pas.
Yeah, faux pas. You don't pronounce the S. This is French, so you just say faux pas.
Faux pas.
Yeah, faux pas.
Faux pas. Yes. If you are ever unsure if a gesture may be seen inappropriate.
Yeah, inappropriate. Yeah.
Don't hesitate to ask someone. Hesitate to ask someone. It can lead to interesting cross cultures dialogues and lead enrich mutual understanding.
Okay, brilliant. Well done. So yawning. What's yawning? Trum.
Yawning is you open your mouth big.
Great.
Yeah.
Significance.
Significant
significance.
is a signal.
Significance, meaning, spiritual. It's significance. If you say something, I might say, what does that signify? What's the significance of that? What's the meaning?
Meaning, yes, meaning.
The meaning has been associated. Associated. What's associated mean?
It's a connect.
Yeah, connected is good. Letting good. Immaterial. Immaterial.
Material is something important.
Something immaterial. Something you can't see. Is it
Something
material?
we can say, yes.
Yes, we can't see.
We can't don't see that.
We can't see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and perceived. Yawning is often perceived.
But see, it's mean feeling see something.
Perceived is usually often yawning is often perceived as implying. It means when it means sometimes when someone sees you yawn, they think you're bored. And if I press this here, understand or thought of something in a particular way.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I'm sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to finish now because I have another lesson. We were looking at comprehension there. That was quite a big piece of dialogue. So you all did very well. I wish we had more time. I really wish we had more time. But well done, Idun, Christina, Tran, and Trum. And today we were practicing talking about cross-cultural training, how things are different in other countries, and we mainly worked on comprehension and pronunciation. And you all did really well, and I'm very glad that you all enjoy your jobs. That makes me smile. I keep you smiling all day. To know that you will wake up with a smile, ready to go to work.
Yes.
Okay. So to all of you, Chidem, Christina, have a good day. Tram, it's evening time. Have a good sleep. Have a nice rest of the evening.
Yes.
And I'll speak to you again very soon. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
Hope see you again. Yes.
See you again. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.